Welcome to the Tim Booker channel, where wisdom is worth sharing. Wishing you an enjoyable listening experience. Today, we are talking about a book called Think and Grow Rich, which is a practical guide to the power of mindset. This book spans 267 pages, and I'll spend approximately 18 minutes discussing its essence. In this book, the author presents numerous effective principles for success in life. Through these principles, he helps readers develop a positive mindset, cultivate rational desires, and attain a sense of control over their lives through positive mental suggestions. The author of this book is Napoleon Hill, often considered the founding father of the self-help and success literature. He had a significant impact on two U.S. presidents, Woodrow Wilson and Franklin D. Roosevelt, and is often referred to as the creator of millionaires. Hill's turning point in life occurred when he met the American steel magnate, Andrew Carnegie. At the age of 25, Hill, working as a magazine journalist, interviewed Carnegie, who offered him an unpaid position to spend 20 years studying successful individuals worldwide. Hill agreed without much hesitation, which eventually transformed his life. Carnegie introduced Hill to numerous influential figures, including Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, George Eastman, founder of Kodak, and John D. Rockefeller. Through these interactions, Hill accumulated a wealth of knowledge. Upon its publication, Think and Grow Rich had an immediate and lasting impact, being hailed as an unparalleled masterpiece. It remains influential to this day. Unlike many self-help books that offer vague advice, this book provides concrete steps to achieve wealth. It doesn't just inspire you, it guides you with both principles and techniques, making it a significant breakthrough in the field of success literature. The core secret discussed throughout the book is that your thoughts and beliefs have the power to attract wealth. Whatever you think and believe, you can ultimately achieve. All achievements and wealth obtained through hard work are, in reality, the result of thoughts and the ability to think strategically. The wealth mentioned here isn't limited to material possessions, it also encompasses spiritual richness. While the concept of mind over matter might seem far-fetched, the author provides 13 principles for thinking that make it practical. These principles include desire, belief in oneself, self-suggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, meticulous planning, decision-making, persistence, a mastermind alliance, the subconscious mind, the brain, and intuition. Today, we'll focus on 3 of these principles: desire, self-suggestion, and the subconscious mind. First, the author emphasizes that the first and most critical principle for success is to have a burning desire. This desire isn't mere wishing or hoping. It's a driving force that excites you and compels you to take immediate action. Desire is the starting point for all achievements, and if harnessed effectively, it can be transformed into action. For example, the author's son was born without ears, and doctors diagnosed him as likely to be deaf and mute for life. However, the author refused to accept this prognosis. He had an intense desire for his son to hear and speak like everyone else, and he took actions to make it happen. The author bought a phonograph and played music for his son, who responded enthusiastically. This revealed the bone conduction principle: sound could travel through bone to stimulate hearing. The author continued to encourage his son, implanting the desire to speak and hear. He told his son nightly stories to nurture confidence, imagination, and the desire to listen to others. By the age of 7, the boy insisted on selling newspapers despite his mother's concerns about his hearing. He ventured out, borrowed money from a neighbor, bought newspapers, and returned with a profit of $4.20 in a single afternoon. It's remarkable how a child presumed to be deaf and mute achieved such success at a young age due to his intense desire, nurtured by his father. Later in life, he received a hearing aid, which allowed him to hear the sounds he had always longed for. With this newfound ability and a strong desire to help others, he transformed the hearing aid industry and found success. This story illustrates how a powerful desire can overcome seemingly insurmountable obstacles and lead to success. It also aligns with the opening of the U.S. Army Survival Manual, which highlights that a strong will can overcome many challenges, even in life-threatening situations. In conclusion, the author asserts that having a strong desire is the first step towards wealth and success. Once we have a clear desire for wealth, the next step is to change our consciousness and behavior. At the conscious level, we first need to build self-confidence through self-suggestion and the subconscious. The principle of self-suggestion is the most important component of Hill's philosophy of success. It involves using visual, auditory, olfactory, gustatory, and tactile stimuli to convey suggestions and self-imposed stimuli to our brains with the aim of changing behavior and subjective experiences. Self-suggestion is something we often use in our daily lives and are probably familiar with because it can alter our subconscious. Through self-suggestion, we can transmit our subjective thoughts and desires for success to our subconscious and make it work for us. The Pygmalion effect in psychology illustrates the power of self-suggestion. In Greek mythology, Pygmalion carved a sculpture of an ideal woman and fell in love with it. Eventually, the sculpture came to life. Although this may sound like a myth, psychologist Rosenthal conducted an experiment based on this story. They randomly selected a group of students from a class list, told the teachers that these students had a lot of potential, and then assessed their test scores at the end of the semester. It turned out that the students who were labeled as having high potential achieved significantly higher grades. The researchers believed this was because the teachers, influenced by the suggestion, conveyed the message to the students, paying more attention to them and giving them more support. As a result, the students were motivated by the suggestion that they were capable and worked harder to achieve better results. Conversely, if a child who is already doing well in school is labeled as mediocre, they may eventually accept that suggestion and see themselves as average. Since self-suggestion is so effective, the question becomes, how can we put it into practice? The author uses making money as an example and provides 5 steps. 1. Clearly define the amount of money you want because having a specific number is better than an abstract concept of wealth. A specific goal is essential. 2. Determine what you are willing to give in exchange for the money you desire. This could be your time, expertise, or any resources you have. 3. Decide on a specific timeframe for achieving your financial goal. Having a deadline gives you a sense of urgency. 4. Develop a detailed plan for achieving your goal. Take action immediately, even if you're not fully prepared. Small steps and quick iterations are the key. 5. Write down the previous 4 steps on a piece of paper and read them out loud twice a day, before bed and after waking up. Repeatedly affirming your goals will help them sink into your subconscious, turning desire into reality. The author believes that the subconscious is the bridge between limited thinking and unlimited wisdom. By integrating logical thinking in the subconscious, we can enhance our learning. The subconscious has 2 types of emotions, positive ones like desire, passion, and belief, and negative ones like fear, greed, and jealousy. These emotions can't occupy your mind simultaneously, so make sure the positive ones dominate. To cultivate willpower, the author outlines 4 steps. 1. Have a clear purpose and a strong desire that drives you. Motivation from a strong desire helps you overcome obstacles. 2. Develop a specific plan and take practical actions to achieve it. A well-organized plan can serve as a source of encouragement. 3. Resist the influence of negative, lazy thoughts from family, friends, and acquaintances. 4. Build relationships with people who can encourage you to execute your plans and intentions. Desire alone won't bring wealth, you need a clear and strong plan, persistent effort, and an understanding of what elements of willpower you may lack, reinforced by the support of an advisory team. Finally, let's talk about the impact of sexual desire on success. You might find this principle of success a bit unusual. To achieve wealth, you need desire, confidence, a team, and perseverance, which are all understandable. But what does sexual desire have to do with our path to riches? The author explains that, in broad terms, the desire for sexual expression can stimulate the brain and serve as the driving force behind physical actions. When driven by sexual desire, this drive can be quite powerful. People may go to great lengths, even sacrificing their lives and honor, due to the desire for sexual expression. This sexual desire is innate and natural. We can't suppress or hide it, but we must find ways to channel it. This can be done through artistic expression, literary works, or other avenues that can lead to wealth. Many literary works, for example, include descriptions of sexual desires, which serve as a form of release. So how do we use sexual desire to our advantage? The author's answer is to harness sexual desire. This doesn't mean suppressing it or bottling up these natural instincts but rather transforming them into personal charm. Personal charm encompasses various aspects such as a firm handshake, tone of speech, attitude, intellectual exchange, clothing, and demeanor. Clean hands, a pleasant voice, graceful posture, and engaging in humorous intellectual exchanges can all enhance our personal charm. This charm can make us more successful in our work. Additionally, the author also discusses the role of imagination, decision-making, and the sixth sense in achieving wealth. These principles are built on our desires and come into play after we use self-suggestion to build self-confidence. In summary, this book, as a representative work of a master of success, teaches us the right way of thinking. It emphasizes the need for positive thinking at all times and under all circumstances. Only positive thinking can help us overcome obstacles and challenges. Desire can lead us to success, and self-suggestion and the subconscious can help us build confidence and nurture the desire for success. The steps of self-suggestion involve clarifying our goals, identifying the required actions, setting a timeline, creating a specific plan, and repeatedly emphasizing our plan. In practical terms, we can strengthen ourselves by forming advisory teams. We should also learn to control our sexual desires and transform them into personal charm. Through persistent effort and repeated reflection, we can ultimately achieve material and spiritual wealth. A positive mindset is at the core of Hill's philosophy of success. This mindset has a positive influence on our subconscious, guiding us to discern and absorb empowering external information while blocking the detrimental effects of negative thoughts and attitudes. This allows us to develop in a positive direction. This book doesn't offer a direct, step-by-step guide or require us to completely switch to a different way of thinking. Instead, it complements our existing knowledge and experience. After accumulating more knowledge and experience, revisiting this book will reveal that many of its concepts are already part of our journey to success, which is indeed a cause for celebration. Congratulations on completing another book. Thank you for your support and attention. Please subscribe to the Tim Booker Channel audiobook channel, like and share with your family and friends. Wisdom is worth spreading as we embark on a brighter future. Thank you, and goodbye.